All right. How is everyone doing? Episode two. The feedback was pretty good for the first one, so I guess I'll just continue this. I had a very interesting conversation with one of my team members. I was asking him, should I be posting these videos on YouTube? Like these daily vlogs where I just sort of share what's happening in my life, especially around the business. And he brought up a good point because I told him, I'm like, I don't see many people like in my field doing this. Everyone's like with lucid charts, explaining, different business concepts. And I do that as well, of course, because it works. Like people are understanding that I know what I'm talking about and I can actually help them with their business. But when it comes to actually just showcasing or talking about rather like what it's like to actually run a business, like the behind the scenes, I don't see many people doing it. And I asked him, I'm like, do you think it's a good idea to put it on YouTube? I feel like it's kind of different. And he's like, bro, he's like, it's your channel. He's like, you do what you want to do. He's like, that's what makes you unique is that every channel, every person is super different. And I think people will like that you're different and just sort of, instead of hiding everything, just being like super transparent and just people getting to know you on a different level. Which made me, realize a lot of things and open my eyes. And I'm like, it's true. It's like, if you think about how I started YouTube, I used to just turn on the camera every day and talk about different business things. And I had no lucid charts for most of my videos. All of those videos are still on my channel if you want to see like the progression. But I was in my mom's basement talking about the most random stuff. I didn't even know I wanted to sort of document my marketing agency, my coaching business and everything. It was more so just like an outlet for me to like document what I was doing. But anyways, I last video, someone left a comment, which I think is very interesting, and I'd like to talk about it with you, with everyone here. It's not a mean comment. Like I 100% like I love when people leave comments. I read all of your comments, by the way. So if you do have questions or you want to share anything, by all means leave a comment and I'll 100% respond to it. But someone left a comment in my last video. Again, no hard feelings, nothing. But he basically wrote, imagine continuing to slave your life away after becoming a millionaire. Go out in the world and just live. Maybe help someone along the way, start a new business, expanding, lol, why? Your life is almost over. The point of life is not to work, it's to help. It's helping, and helping isn't modern work. So I think this is a great comment because many people will view like work as being work. And I think the number one thing that I'm the most grateful about in this entire life is that I actually found something in my life for the very first time where the work doesn't feel like work. When I used to go to school, I used to hate going to school. I never wanted to go to school. I did my high school. Here in Quebec, we have what's called Cégep. So that's another 2 years that I did. And then afterwards I did university, which I did 2 years out of 4, and then I dropped out. But I absolutely hated school the entire time. When I was getting older, of course, I was working like part-time jobs, and during the summer I was working. I used to hate those jobs. I would always call in sick. I would like not even show up. Like from the outside, if you would look at me, other than school, like when it comes to the actual my work ethic, I had a bad work ethic. Like if you would look at me, you're like, this guy has no discipline, doesn't want to work, he's lazy. I wouldn't call myself lazy, but I wasn't like passionate about working. And I think one of the key things that made me successful with my business is that I have never, ever since I've started this, it has never happened where I was working on a business on like something, whether it be like managing people, taking sales calls or whatever. I never felt like the work never felt like work. I'm losing my voice. And I think that's the key to building a successful business or, having a business that's going to last long is when you can just play for the love of the game instead of playing for wanting to, score as many points or make as much money as you want. Like, I don't care about the money at this point. That's a lie. I do care about the money. But what I value more is just the pursuit of building this and building a company as high, as big as I can is what makes me happy, is what brings me fulfillment. It's not traveling. It's not living life, as that person said in the comment. Maybe in the future it will be, but I think most people's perspective of living life is, of course, spending your money, traveling the world, doing like all these crazy activities, which I do agree a certain balance is required. But for me, what brings me happiness is just literally locking myself in a room and working on my computer 12 hours a day. Maybe in the future that will change, which it probably will. But many people will view my life as being like, Oliver, go out, do something, enjoy your life. But this is me enjoying life. Like, I genuinely enjoy doing this. I love recording videos. I love working on my business. I love seeing my bank account grow. I love seeing my Stripe account grow. I love seeing my team members win. They become better. Like, every day I'm training them, and I can see the progression from like when they join me all the way to now, like just seeing them evolve and becoming a better version of themselves. I think that brings me the most fulfillment. And also, of course, like the whole coaching business, like the whole point of running a business, successful business, is the more money you make, typically the more your clients are happier, the more happier you're making your clients. Because we, like, for the most part, work on a performance basis. So when I make money, that means someone else made money, which is a win-win. So indirectly, I am helping people every single day with my business. And the more I grow this business, the more people I help. And that's sort of how I view my business. So I think it's very important, if you are working on your business and it feels like work, something has to change, because it's going to be very hard to be consistent, extremely hard to be consistent. But when you wake up and the first thing you think about is your business, like, I literally wake up, take my computer or my phone, and right away start working on a business. Some people will call this crazy, but I, like, that's how I live. I am obsessed with this. Like, this brings me joy and I am obsessed with it. And I think that's what's required to really build a successful business. Now, from there, you can be like that person who left a comment, which is, you take a step back and then you start enjoying life, which, again, nothing wrong with that. I think it's actually better than what I'm doing right now. But if you do find enjoyment in what you do in the work, then for me, that's like a huge benefit. Why not go all in and just do what I love to do and take it one step at a time, and we'll see what happens. Maybe next year I'll be fed up, and the day I'm fed up, I will stop everything and just do something else. I'm not going to force myself to do something that I don't love. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's episode. Oh, it feels like I'm doing like a Netflix series. If ever you guys have questions or anything for me, leave a comment and I will answer them. I think it would be actually cool to have like multiple comments to answer to every video, and just sort of make it a bit more dynamic with you guys. But yeah, other than that, business was good. Made some money. Day's not over. We're still taking sales calls, so we'll see how it goes. But nothing to complain about. All right, so that's gonna be all for today's episode. I hope this was, I hope you guys learned something, and we'll see each other tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.